Do you guys want to hear a ghost story? Because I had a crazy experience the other night. So there's a church that's across the street from the lake by my house, and I like to park my car there and then just walk down by the water. And this church is really pretty, and it just so happens to have a cemetery on the property. So I did a pass through there on my way down to the water, and then on the way back, it was probably around 9:30. Like it was pitch black out, and I was right on the lake, so there's no street lights, so it's dark. I felt called to go back into the cemetery. So I go in and I'm walking around reading names and, just putzing. I wasn't scared. I didn't feel uncomfortable. It was just like a beautiful night. And I was just continuing my walk. And then I decided to sit down on a bench, and all of a sudden I hear a female scream. I don't know if it was like a child or a younger woman, but they were just screaming bloody murder. So I get up and I run back out and I'm looking all around. It stops. I don't hear anything. I don't see anyone. I'm like, just kind of, walking up and down a little bit, trying to see if I notice anything. And I'm like, all right, maybe it was just kids playing or whatever. So I go back in and I'm sitting on the bench and saying prayers, as one does. And I started to feel drawn towards the back corner, like as far back into the cemetery as I could go. I was feeling called towards this like, it was like a pyramid of some kind of purple flowers. And I felt like there was like a male presence kind of sitting on that ledge. And again, I wasn't scared. I was just like, oh, I'm going to walk over there. Which looking back was, probably asking for it. So I start walking back there and I hear, it's time for you to go home now. Instinctively, I just repeated it back. I was like, oh, they said it's time for you to go home now. And then I stopped dead in my tracks because I realized that they were saying it was time for me to leave. And all of a sudden, I was terrified. Like, I was frozen in fear. So I just said, I'm very sorry. I meant no disrespect. I'm leaving now. And I turned around and was walking really slowly, like trying to show no fear, even though everything in me was screaming to run. So I was just like getting my keys out, getting ready, and just praying. I'm like, I do not consent to any kind of communication. I'm not open to chatting. Because it was like once they knew that I knew they were there, then it was like I didn't look back, but I felt this presence with me until I got to the threshold, and I was just like, in the name of Jesus, I do not consent to you following me. And I just took off running and got in my car and booked it out of there. I was so scared. I was so scared. So I'm probably going to go back